Welcome to the second of our three-part video series on participatory science. The series is organized by the California Naturalist Program at the University of California's Division of Agriculture and Natural Resources, and the Center for Community and Citizen Science at the University of California Davis School of Education. In this video, we will take a deeper look at contributory projects, which represent a specific subset of participatory science. We will draw on examples from UC Cooperative Extension and UC Agriculture and Natural Resources, as well as highlight a few key design features for project managers and coordinators. In our first video, we discussed the many different forms that participatory science can take. Contributory projects are particularly common, and refer to scientific research generally designed by scientists, in which members of the public have the primary role of collecting and submitting data, such as species sighting or water samples. Occasionally, members of the public may be involved in early analysis of this data as well, for example, in projects in which they help classify camera trap images. Contributory projects have gained rapid popularity, particularly with the advent of mobile technologies and the internet, through which people can submit timestamped and geolocated photos within seconds. This allows for data collection to occur at broader spatial and temporal scales than previously possible. For example, through platforms such as eBird, in which people across the globe submit thousands of their observations of birds to a centralized database. In part because of their scale, contributory projects may also facilitate more rapid detection of and direct response to environmental problems, such as trends in species populations, spread of disease, and pollution. Finally, participation in contributory projects may lead to benefits for some participants, such as increases in their science content knowledge, science inquiry skills, and attitudes towards science and the environment. UC is home to many contributory participatory science projects. At UC university faculty, cooperative extension specialists, and advisors and staff work to connect the power of UC research in agriculture, natural resources, nutrition, and youth development with local communities to improve the lives of all Californians. A few examples from UC in which members of the public collect data to inform A&R research include coyote catcher, invasive shothole borer monitoring, live fuel moisture assessments, California Naturalist projects using iNaturalists, Master Gardener food and produce sampling, and more. More details about these projects can be found in the resources included with this video. Let's take a deeper dive into sod blitzes as an example of a contributory project at UC Sod, in this case, refers to sudden oak death, a disease that kills oak trees that spreads most often through California bay laurel leaves. Mateo Garbelotto, UC Cooperative Extension forest pathology specialist in the Department of Environmental Science, Policy, and Management at UC Berkeley, has mobilized volunteers to assess the spread and distribution of sudden oak death in California. Volunteers complete online trainings before surveying trees in their region during organized events called sod blitzes. Samples collected at these events are sent to UC Berkeley, where they are analyzed to generate a map highlighting the presence or absence of the disease at each location. During follow-up community meetings, results are presented and management options are discussed. By mobilizing so many volunteers, the project has been able to create the most complete database for a forest disease ever, and generates the best predictive disease model available for sod. The project simultaneously informs and educates local communities about sudden oak death, and allows for more targeted and timely management interventions, where new outbreaks are detected. When designing a participatory science project in which members of the public are collecting and contributing data, it's important to think about data quality and credibility. While some may be concerned about the quality of data collected by volunteers, there is ample evidence that citizen science can be of very high data quality and scientific utility when good quality assurance and quality control practices are used. You can improve data quality through practices that occur before, during, and after data collection. Before data collection, pilot testing protocols with volunteers, as well as adequate training, can ensure that volunteers can perform procedures successfully without confusion. During data collection, it is important to have straightforward and systematic procedures with standardized and calibrated equipment. Recording relevant metadata is also an important way to ensure quality data. After data is collected, they can be reviewed by others, and metadata can be used to statistically model bias to increase valid inference from the project. Finally, another key consideration for project managers is providing appropriate support for the participants who are at the heart of contributory projects. Win-win partnerships often provide a place to start when other organizations' goals align with program activities. For instance, a high school environmental science teacher or Northern California Naturalist course may wish to partner to provide educational opportunities for students. Scout troops may be able to earn badges for participation, or recreational users may be able to collect data while hiking, fishing, or biking. If training is needed, consider how it may be an opportunity to achieve multiple goals. Trainings can provide instruction for proper data collection and also facilitate communication between project leaders and participants. They may be one of the first chances for project leaders to reach out and engage participants in the scientific, conservation, and educational goals of the program. In other words, training is the chance to both impart needed skills and knowledge for the specific monitoring activity, as well as share information related to the overall context, the why of the project. Trainings are often the first, and sometimes only, chance that participants have to communicate their interests and expectations to project leaders, which can help leaders make sure the project is meaningful for participants as well as effective. Therefore, careful planning, implementation, and evaluation of trainings can accomplish many of the goals of a participatory science project. Communicating results is another way to support participants, as participants will want to know how their data is being used. Consider products and events that deliver the results to project participants in addition to others who might use them, from PDF reports to social media posts to in-person celebrations. And finally, it is important to honor and celebrate participation, while also providing ways for volunteers to continue or increase their involvement. Participants provide key expertise and may take on tasks such as coordinating monitoring schedules, training newcomers, and ensuring quality control. Promote leadership by providing rewards when participants step up their involvement in significant ways. For example, through compensation, letters of recommendation, or academic credit. Thank you for watching the second of our three-part video series on participatory science. Below this video, we have included references and resources with further information. In the third and final video in this series, we will delve further into participatory science, highlighting examples and discussing project design as they relate to collaborative and co-created projects.